Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Quirky Gems. So today I thought that I would do a very quick and natural makeup tutorial. Something that if you're not feeling too great, or if it's one of those lazy Sundays and you want your skin to feel a bit better and you're thinking, I really just don't have the energy, but you know, I want to look a bit better, well, this tutorial for you. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using around about 4 products, and they all cost around less than £20, which is really great. And something that this tutorial is all about is using what you already have. There's no primers involved here, there's no finishing powders, none of that. It's all going to be moisturising, and it's going to be great for sensitive skin. If, like me, you have very sensitive skin, when it's cold out, your skin hurts. I also have fibromyalgia as well, which, you know, let's be honest, sucks. But this tutorial is about highlighting what you already have, and it'll take less than 2 minutes to do. So, as I mentioned, I have really sensitive skin, and I get eczema around my eyes, which you can see here and here, but I've been using this really great moisturiser so far. And where I put it on there already, which you can kind of see where the air hits. So I've literally just washed my hair, blow dried it a little bit, brushed it back, so you can see that I put it there around my eyes as well. I also suffer with fatigue, so it might be a bit why I look a bit, you know, ugh. So let's get started. I'm going to go in first of all with a Vaseline. There's no lip gloss happening here at all. As I said, this is really just a natural look. So Vaseline, I'm just going to take that off, got nothing else on my lips. Have this, you put your finger around it and you just put it on your lips. That's all it is. So this will keep you going for a good few hours, and this is really great for if it's winter. Right here we're at the end of winter. Well, they say that it's not quite spring, so it's the end of winter, and you never know what the weather's going to chuck at you and what temperature you're going to get either. So Home Vaseline, you can pick it up literally anywhere. eBay, Amazon, any drugstore, whether you're in the UK or whether you're abroad. The next thing I'm going to go in with, Garnier BB cream. Now there are different ones. There's BB creams, there are CC creams. I use Garnier BB cream because it's got great coverage, and it literally is a miracle. That's what it says, miracle skin perfector. For me, this is the closest shade to my skin, and you can tell, which is extra light clear. This is what it looks like. This has been heavily used, by the way, which you can tell, you know, this has been really heavily loved. So I'm also using a beauty blender. Now, something that I want to say about beauty blenders is that I've been using this for a good portion, say 2 months. I saw it online and I thought, let's give it a try. You know, as I mentioned, my skin is very sensitive, but I wanted to see what it did. As soon as I started using it, I noticed that I got more coverage in what I was using, and it was just a lot softer to my skin. I see a lot of women using brushes. I wouldn't use a brush, and the reason why is because when I go out, which I'll be honest, I have chronic fatigue syndrome, so going out and about is not something that I usually do a lot of. But when I do, I'll try and do a makeup tutorial here for you guys so you can see like the makeup that I use. But I've noticed the more you use a brush, the more your skin takes the brunt of it. So women in particular, I've seen that there seems to be a heightened thing of makeup tutorials and using like these massive big brushes. I think if you have sensitive skin, that's going to make it worse, but each to their own. Most people, or some people, don't like using these things. You can find these in drugstores, you can find them online. They're really easy to clean as well, which is great. I cleaned this last week. As you can tell, it has a little bit of, there's a little bit of BB cream there. So all I do with this, as I said, I don't use any primer at all. It's just got a little bit of moisturiser on my parts. I don't really get like an oily or anything T-zone. I just get dry skin at the top of my eyebrows, on the corners of my eye, and in here. And a little bit I put on my chin as well. As I mentioned, if the environment's changing, you're going to feel a difference. Also, if your hormones fluctuate a lot, be it whether you're due on your period soon or whatever's happening, your skin is going to tell you the difference. If you're stressed as well, you can lose a lot of moisture that way. Even if you're staying in a hot environment, say a warm room with central heating on, it's going to drain your moisture and you're going to look a little bit dry. So I usually go in with this first of all. And what I usually do, I just put a little bit on my fingers. It looks like this. This is a massive pot. My mum bought this for me Christmas. A massive pot. You just go in there and you put it on your affected areas. But for me, as I mentioned, I have a prescription moisturiser that I put on, and so far, so good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this beauty blender. As you can tell, they do come in different shapes and sizes. This one, I mean, is turquoise, what more can be said? But this one is great because it has a nib at the top and it has most of it. It's like an egg, I guess you could call it, isn't it? Really, basically, just an egg. So, all I do, this BB cream right here, I take the smallest bit. I apologise for the camera view. As I said, my tripod still hasn't arrived yet. With the coronavirus, it got stuck in customs. It's a real thing. So, you know, it's great, it really is, just waiting for the tripod thing, but my videos hopefully will look a bit better. So, you just put the smallest amount. You don't need a lot on your face. Remember, your face is an organ. Your face is an organ? Your skin is an organ. Your face is something that is there, but your skin is an organ. You don't need to put a lot of stuff on your face. You're just expressing or accentuating, that's a big word, accentuating, see what I'm doing, that's great. You're just using what you already have, okay? This is something that when I was learning how to do makeup, my mum taught me, and that is that you're just using what you already have, you know? It doesn't matter what you look like, what your skin tone is, you have, you know, you're gorgeous the way you are. You don't have to slap on lots of makeup to prove something or to just look different, okay? So, as you can tell, I'm quite pale anyway. That's a pea-size amount, basically. And all I do, I'm going to use you. I do have a mirror here, but last time I tried doing this on Instagram TV, it didn't work out so well. So, all you're going to do is go in the places that you need the most coverage. As I said, just a pea-size amount in all the places, okay? So these are the bits that you're going to actually be putting in. You're just going to be using this to rub it in. That's all you're going to be doing, okay? So it's all on there now. As I mentioned, just a little bit of BB cream. It also has a little bit of moisturiser in there anyway. And then what you do, slowly, like that, just very slowly, bring it around your face. You can start anywhere, just so long as you gently rub it in, okay? So this is going to be a bit of protection. Some of these have SPF in them, others don't. This one doesn't. I have used some before that do. But it depends on what you want it for. If you want to look, as someone said to me the other day, you just want to look less dead. And I can relate to that. There are some days, especially when I have fatigue, that I look dead. I look like an extra in a zombie apocalypse. You know, so I can relate to that. You're just making sure you're getting all the places. Now, for me, if I'm going out and about, I will actually use a concealer. I forgot what the name was there. You can tell I've got a little bit of fibromyalgia, brain fog here, can't you? So I just use a little bit of concealer usually. It holds a multitude of sins. So, I'm cracking myself up there. Okay. So you can tell there's a little bit of coverage here, okay? If you're happy with that, I might just put a little tiny bit more on. Because as I mentioned, I'm actually having a little bit of a fibromyalgia flare up here. So my skin is hurting just a little bit. So I'm using the smallest amount. Can you see that? Just the tiniest amount. I'm going all the places. You can go around your eyes. But I would remember to moisturise them first, because you're putting on a product that doesn't usually go on your face all that much. Your skin's supposed to breathe, that's the whole point of it, you know? And if it doesn't breathe, you're going to break out. Get in the chin. So this is that for the BB cream. Make sure you bring it round to where your hairline starts. That's it. Can you see that coverage there? Just a little amount. You can see that, right? Now if you want to, this is a little trick. You see the nib here, this little bit right here. You can see that I've used it before because a little bit of colouring. What you do, you take your BB cream and you put a little bit on the nib of it. Isn't that a great word, nib? I don't usually use it, but it's the first word that came to my mind. You go in to your nose. Because if, like me, that's where you have a little bit of just, you know, I mean, can't all be perfect, can it, you know? So you just go in, who am I kidding? You just go in, and you see like the corner of your nose. If you want to, you can go in with some concealer as well. Okay, so this is that's done. That will cover me for all the day now. And I won't look dead, this is generally the look, you know, we're going for, you know, won't look dead. Although I have been told that dead people look different. Don't know, I've never met one. Okay, so, secondly, and here is the, I'm not French, so I can't really say this, the pièce de résistance, I think I said it, I think that's the word, this. We're going to go, it's great, I can crack myself up. We're going to go in with this baby. Now, you might remember this video when I did it on Instagram stories, okay? You might remember that. This bad boy right here is a finger blusher. You heard that right, it's a finger blusher, okay? This is from Girl Cosmetics, which is a Max Factor company. Who knew? And this is 12 Pearly Pink, and it's just a blusher. And what you do, you open up the door to let the beast out, okay? Open up the door, don't get in your own frame, Gem. Oh my god. Okay, so you open up that, okay? You just take your finger, and then what you do, you move it around. Feels lovely, soft and silky, doesn't it? If you have one of these, you know, you can get them from eBay. Other stores are available. You just go on your cheekbones. Now, if you can't find cheekbones, do this trick. We've all done the fish face, right? Okay. How my mum is on the other side of the room, how she's not laughing because I'm cracking myself up. The concentration is there. Okay. It's the warmest room in the house. You get this. Okay. So where your cheekbone is, you just go. See that? That would be a great, if that's going to be the cover art of this video, can you imagine that? It's a great cover art, isn't it? So right here, and then you just tap it on, or you can gently rub it. I find, might have to go in for a little bit more, this is going to come out really red for me because I'm using like the camera on this tablet to use this, so this should be fun, you know? Might be worth going in with a mirror. I don't want to look like Aunt Sally. So, using the mirror. Oh, that's better. I can see. Okay, so just a little bit. That's enough for that side. You can generally see it. So, pale meets blusher. Okay. I like to refer to myself as milk bottle, if I'm being honest, you know. I've been called pearl before, but I am milk bottle and proud. So, again, with the mirror. I didn't actually grow up around blusher. So when I first learned how to do makeup, I watched my mum do makeup, and my mum has these amazingly rosy cheeks anyway, which are natural. So I didn't actually learn how to do blusher, but you pick up a few things, don't you, along the way. So yeah, I think that's generally rubbed in. Yeah, we have rubbing in, that happens, that took place. Okay, so just close that, and then here's the end bit. Literally the fastest makeup tutorial you can do, okay? You take your Nivea. Now, as I mentioned, I already have moisturiser on, and I don't do, you know, finishing powders or anything like that, or setting powders, because one, I don't know what's in them. I don't know how my skin would react. Two, if they have an odour. I'm a migraine sufferer. I've got a lot going on. A migraine sufferer, I don't know how my body would react to that, and how, if they might trigger a migraine. If you do have a setting powder, then by all means, you go for it. If you do, you know. But for me, I'm just going to use a bit of Nivea, what I just showed you before. It's like this. Go around, go in, we're going in. Go up, go in all the places you've just been, and all this does is it makes it look more natural, and it actually gives you a natural highlighter. Can you see where the light hits the moisturiser? Now, I'm not going for a full-on makeup effect because I'm just staying in the house today, you know, just hanging out with family and just staying in the house and not, you know, not taking a ton of Instagram videos. So for me, it's just to make me feel a bit better, which really is what makeup's supposed to be there for, just to make you highlight what you already have, you know. And most people don't need a lot. Okay, going up there again. This is where my dry bits are. And this will see me all the way through until tonight, when I actually do take this off. So most of it will sink into my hair. It's because I'm going to do my hair next. This is fun. Can you imagine if you that sank into your hair? So my hair's naturally been kind of drying. I took most of the moisture out with a hairdryer. I know what you're probably thinking. Whoa, Jem, what's happening here now? Just brushing our locks. No straighteners involved today or anything like that. I have a natural curl. Or should I say a kink, you know, I'm accepting of this. And this is what you have to work with. And this, that's the finished project. Should I say, that came out a bit weird. Product, not project, you know. If it's your project for the week, then great. And that's it. So all we used was Nivea cream, Vaseline, BB cream. These do come in different shades. So as I said, for me, I'm kind of like a milk bottle colour, or pale. Pale, milk bottle colour. So that's the closest. And remember, the smallest amount goes a long way. And sponge applicator, you just put the smallest amount on. That's all anybody really needs. If you do have a brush, again, put the smallest amount on. Some people worry about being able to see their pores. The thing is, makeup is supposed to be there to cover your skin, to make it, you know, look better, to, you know, if you want to cover dark bits up, or you want to make yourself less pale, great. But remember, your skin is an organ. It needs to breathe, and the more you kind of paste it on and do things like that, your skin can't breathe, and you might find that you're getting discoloration, or you're getting red blotchy bits. For me, I noticed that if I put eyeliner on, or if I put eyeshadow on, if I don't moisturise or use the right type of moisturiser for my skin, I notice that I get red bits. It's literally because you're using a makeup brush, and you know, it's a texture on your skin. Your skin has a lot to deal with throughout the day. So if you do want to invest in one of these, this is the kind of coverage. Everyone's skin is different though, but that's the kind of coverage you get with a makeup blender. You see, it's not too bad if I'm being honest. I mean, you know, it covers what you need covering, you know. And last but not least, I just use a little bit of this, you know. I mean, I don't use rouge or anything like that. Red just isn't my colour. But yeah, just use that. It's, as you can tell, going back to like the BB cream, it's just a natural colouring. That's all it is. It's just natural. And just put it on the apple of your cheeks. It's just giving you that little bit of life that some of us mainly need, okay? And all of this you can get for under 12 quid on the internet. And one thing I did want to show is something that I'm actually loving right now. If you do want to get something like this, my feet have gone to sleep, so this is working well. They never show you this in the back of YouTube videos, do they? But yeah, if you listen to my podcast, you will know that I'm mad anyway. So, loving this right now. Listed in my shop the other day. It's an RIP necklace. Loving this, not too heavy. So, you know, remember, makeup is about using what you already have and just showing your natural gorgeousness. Just remember that one going forward. If you do have a little 5-minute makeup or a 5-minute pick-me-up and this has helped you, feel free to send me any pictures. You know, you can direct message me, you can Instagram me, you can tweet me. I'd love to be able to see. If you just found my tutorial on here, then that'd be great. You know, I'm a massive fan of tutorials, so let me know how yours goes, and let me know if your skin, maybe you do makeup tutorials and maybe you've had a breakout, maybe this has helped. Let me know. You can do so. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm at JemsQuirky on there. If you want to find out anything about previous podcasts, you can. It's thequirkyjem.wordpress.com, and I'll catch you later. Have a great day.